Hello, I'm Pastor Joel Meyer from Holy Trinity Lutheran Church in Kingsland, Georgia. During our Easter breakfast this year, our youth are going to perform Ragman. It's a short story by Walt Wangerin Jr. These devotions are for them to think about and to discuss as they prepare the play, but anyone is welcome to join us and to follow along. I'm going to begin today by reading a passage from Ragman. Up to this point, the Ragman has been an unexpected sight. He's strong and intelligent, but he's working as a ragman, pushing a cart in the inner city, calling out, "Rags, new rags for old. I take your tired rags, rags." We pick it up from there. Soon, the ragman saw a woman sitting on her back porch. She was sobbing into a handkerchief, sighing and shedding 1,000 tears. Her knees and elbows made a sad X. Her shoulders shook. Her heart was breaking. The ragman stopped his cart. Quietly, he walked to the woman, stepping round tin cans, dead toys, and Pampers. "Give me your rag," he said so gently, "and I'll give you another." He slipped the handkerchief from her eyes. She looked up, and he laid across her palm a linen cloth so clean and new that it shined. She blinked from the gift to the giver. Then, as he began to pull his cart again, the ragman did a strange thing. He put her stained handkerchief to his own face, and then he began to weep, to sob as grievously as she had done, his shoulders shaking. Yet, she was left without a tear. "This is a wonder," I breathed to myself, and I followed the sobbing ragman like a child who cannot turn away from mystery. "Rags, rags, new rags for old." In a little while, when the sky showed gray behind the rooftops, and I could see the shredded curtains hanging out black windows, the ragman came upon a girl whose head was wrapped in a bandage, whose eyes were empty. Blood soaked her bandage. A single line of blood ran down her cheek. Now the tall ragman looked upon this child with pity, and he drew a lovely yellow bonnet from his cart. "Give me your rag," he said, tracing his own line on her cheek, "and I'll give you mine." The child could only gaze at him while he loosened the bandage, removed it, and tied it to his own head. The bonnet he set on hers, and I gasped at what I saw, for with the bandage went the wound. Against his brow it ran a darker, more substantial blood, his own. Next, I'd like to read a passage from Holy Scripture. It's from Isaiah 53, verses 4 and 5. Isaiah writes, "Surely he has borne our griefs and carried our sorrows. Yet we esteemed him stricken, smitten by God, and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgressions. He was crushed for our iniquities. Upon him was the chastisement that brought us peace, and with his stripes we are healed." And now, something to think about and to discuss. The ragman doesn't just take away their afflictions with a snap of his fingers, right? He exchanges rags so that what belongs to him is theirs, and what belongs to them is his. In that way, the ragman shows something more than simply the power to heal. But what? What does he show exactly? Also, Jesus doesn't just snap his fingers and saves us. He exchanges his life for ours. By his wounds, we are healed. In that way, Jesus shows something more than power too. What does he show exactly? Thanks for joining us. I look forward to discussing this with you and for our play on Easter morning. The Lord be with you.